right, guys, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Thursday Night Thunder. We're ready to rock and roll. Let's get the show going. Race number 1 out of 4, stock truck. Iggy Schmidt, Andre Thomas, and Ed Devlin. You guys can pull them on up. Term marshals should be Jim Anderson, Mason McCombs, Mike McFarland, and I need one volunteer, please. And yes, we are live on YouTube. I just need one more term marshal, and you just need Jim Anderson. My drivers are checked in. All right, guys, let's get them all gridded up. All right, ready to rock here. Race number 1 out of 4, stock truck. And we're ready to rock. Iggy, you are going on the horn in less than 5. Thomas. Ed. And we're off. Stock truck. There we go. Got one lap down. And last lap around for Thomas Andre is 18.4. Thomas right now on a 17-lap 5.16 pace. Ed Devlin last lap 22.1. Ed Devlin currently right now is on a 15-lap 5.18 pace. And Iggy Schmidt in that third spot, last lap around 19.1. One down, less than 4 to go. On a 15-lap 5.18 pace for, 15-lap 5.09 pace for Iggy. He's currently right now in second. And Ed Devlin right now is 10 seconds back from that second spot behind Iggy. Remember, guys, concession is open. Miss Heidi does work on tips, so please take care of her. And Andre Thomas right now, last lap around was an 18.1, and there he is in that dark green and light green stadium truck. And he just passed that line. And there's Iggy in the white and orange truck. 2 down, less than 3 to go. And Ed Devlin in the short course. And we do have okay, we're clear. 2:40 to go in this race. Thomas last lap 18.3. Iggy last lap 19.6. And Ed Devlin also 19.6 that last lap around. This is the post race of the Super Cup. Ed Devlin said this is his revenge day. And 3 down, less than 2 to go. Up next will be Stock Buggy, Jim Anderson, Vince McMahon, Justin Olds, Nelson Marsh, and Mike McFarland. Thomas Andre still on that 17-lap 5:18 pace. Iggy on a 16-lap 5:14 pace. And Ed Devlin in the third spot on a 15-lap 5:15 pace. Sean behind you. Just kidding. And we're coming up on that 1 minute down, or 1 minute to go, I mean. You heard her, 1 minute to go. $30 seconds to go. $15 seconds. Also, guys, just got word Saturday, as long as you have your veterans card, you get free racing. As long as you're a veteran. 5 seconds. Race is over. Keep going until I tell you you're done. Iggy, you're done. Keep going. Track is hot. Thomas, you're done. And Ed Devlin, you're done. Thomas Andre taking victory and setting early TQ with 16 laps and 5:17. Ed Devlin coming in second with 15 laps and 5:22. And Iggy coming in third, 14 laps and 5:04. Up next is Stock Buggy. Pull them on up. All right, guys, just need one more turn marshal, one more turn marshal. Oh, okay, there you go, Dad. I'm sorry. Oh, they're in the driver's stand, Ed. That'd be perfect. All right. We're all set to go. We're all checked in, guys. Let's get them all gridded up. Let's get them all gridded up. All right, I just got word. Ed Devlin, I do need you at the other end. Sorry. Yeah, we have to have. We'll talk about it in a second. He's going to give him a hand. If it's like stock, if it's like independent, it's fine. There we go. All right. Stock buggy. This is race number 2 out of 4. Jim Anderson, you are going on the horn in less than 5. Whoops. Sorry. All right, less than 5. Vince, Justin, Nelson, and Mike. And we're off. Stock buggy. Race number 2 out of 4. All right, guys. Right now, it's Justin Olds leading him on. He's currently right now on an 18-lap 5:08 pace. Jim Anderson in second on an 18-lap 5:10 pace. Mike McFarland, sorry, now up in the second on an 18-lap 5:15 pace. Nelson Marsh in that third spot on a 17-lap pace. Vince in fourth on a 17-lap pace, and Jim Anderson in fifth on a 17-lap pace. 3:45 to go in this race. Justin Olds, last lap, 16.9. Nelson Marsh now moved up in the second. Jim Anderson now third. Mike McFarland goes down in the fourth. Mike McFarland right now, last lap, 16.970. So that currently right now is the fastest lap in this race. Coming in lap number 5. Caution right over by the tabletop, and we're clear. And 2 down, 3 to go. It's Justin, Jim, Mike McFarland, Vince McMahon, and Nelson Marsh. .230 to go in this race. 2:30 to go. Justin still on an 18-lap pace. Mike in second on a 17-lap pace. Jim Anderson in third on a 17-lap pace. Mike McFarland right now 10 seconds back off the leader. Jim Anderson right now 5 seconds back off of second behind Mike McFarland. Nelson Marsh in the fourth spot. Iggy right here. Caution coming around the first corner, and we're clear. And Vince goes down in the fifth. Jim Anderson in fourth. Nelson Marsh in third. And right now we got less than 2 to go. Up next, race number 3 out of 4. And that will be James Tate, Eric Olds, Ed Devlin, Iggy Schmidt, and Angry Thomas Andre. Fastest lap in this race is Jim Anderson in lap number 8 with a 16.8. And he just currently moved up into third. And right now we're coming up on that 1 minute mark. And we're right there at the 1 minute mark. Oh. It's still Justin Olds and Mike McFarland. Justin Olds in that first spot. Mike McFarland in the second spot. Jim Anderson in that third spot. Nelson Marsh in fourth. Vince McMahon in fifth. Justin right now still on that 18-lap pace. Mike on a 17-lap. Jim on a 17. Nelson on a 17. And Vince on a 16 with 30 seconds to go. Ten seconds. Race is over. Keep going until I tell you you're done. Vince, you're done. Mike McFarland, you're done. Jim Anderson, you're done. Track is hot. And there's Justin right there. Justin, you're done. And just waiting for Nelson Marsh. And there he is right there in that red buggy. And Nelson, you're done. Justin Olds taking victory, setting early TQ with 18 laps in 5:15. Mike McFarland coming in second, 17 laps in 5:01. Jim Anderson taking third, 17 laps and 5:12, followed by Nelson Marsh in fourth, and Vince taking fifth. All right, that's it for race number 2. Right now it's race number 3, independent stock buggy. James Tate, Eric Olds, Ed Devlin, Iggy Schmidt, and Thomas Andre. All my drivers are checked in. I got Justin out there and Vince. And there's Nelson. Thank you. And Mike McFarland. There we go. All right, guys, let's get them all gridded up. We got our turn marshals out here. All right, guys, this is race number 3 out of 4, independent stock buggy. James Tate, you are going on the horn in less than 5. Eric, Ed, Iggy, and Thomas Andre. And we're off in race number 3 out of 4, independent stock buggy. James Tate leading him on. He's currently right now on a 17-lap 5:08 pace. Iggy Schmidt in second, 2 seconds back behind James Tate on a 17-lap 5:10 pace. And currently now, Iggy right now just took the lead. Eric Olds in that third spot on a 16-lap 5:13 pace. Thomas Andre in fourth on a 15-lap 5:21 pace. And Ed Devlin in fifth, 14 laps and 5:03 is his pace. 3:45 to go in this race. Iggy Schmidt does have the fastest lap in this race so far, coming in lap number 2 with a 17.7. And right now we're coming up on that 2 down and 3 to go. We have a caution in this turn number 2, and we're clear. 2 down, less than 3 to go. It's still Iggy, James Tate, Eric Olds. Now Thomas Andre moves up in the third spot. Eric Olds moves down in the fourth, and Ed Devlin in that fifth spot. Thomas Andre with a 17.7 in lap number 6. Actually, it's a 17.721, but followed with a 17.5. And now Thomas Andre currently in second. James Tate down in the fourth. Eric Olds in that third spot. James Tate right now 4 seconds back off of third behind Eric. And right now we're coming up on that 2-minute mark. You heard her 2 minutes ago, guys. 2 minutes ago, it's Iggy Schmidt. Eric Olds up in the second now. Thomas Andre in third. James Tate in fourth. Ed Devlin in fifth. Iggy Schmidt still on that 17-lap 5:18 pace. Eric Olds in second on a 16-lap 5:13 pace. And now down in the third for Eric Olds. Thomas Andre moves up in the second. He currently right now is on a 16-lap 5:11 pace. And Eric Olds right now is 2 seconds back off of second behind Thomas Andre. And James Tate now moves up in the third. Eric Olds down into fourth. And Ed Devlin in fifth. 1:15 to go. Up next will be race number 4 out of 4, Modified Buggy. Jim Anderson, Mason McCombs, Thomas Andre, and Mike McFarland. Less than 1 to go. Iggy Schmidt last lap 18.5. Thomas last lap 17.8. James Tate 22.2. Eric Olds last lap 24.4. And Ed Devlin 18.4. 25 seconds. Ten seconds. Race is over. Keep going until I tell you you're done. Eric Olds, you're done. James Tate, you're done. Thomas Andre, you're done. Track is hot. Everybody's done. All right. Iggy Schmidt taking victory and setting early TQ with 17 laps and 5:20. Thomas Andre coming in second with 16 laps and 5:11. And Eric Olds coming in third, 15 laps and 5:04, followed by James Tate in fourth and Ed in fifth. All right, that's it for race number 3. Race number 4. All right, my drivers are out here. Turn marshals should be out here. Eric's out here. James Tate. Ed Devlin's coming out. Iggy. Iggy. You got time after that. Thank you. All right, you're out? Okay. All right. Looks like Thomas Andre is out in this race. Okay, this is the last race of round number 1. Modified buggy, Jim Anderson, you are going on the horn in less than 5. Mason, Mike, and we're off. Modified buggy, race number 4 to 4. After this race, we'll take a 20-minute intermission, and we'll go into round number 2. Remember, concessions is open. Please see Miss Heidi and take care of her. She does work on tips. And right now, it's Jim Anderson leading him on, 18 laps and 5:13. That's his pace so far. Mason McCombs in second on a 17-lap 5:04 pace. And Mike McFarland in third on a 17-lap 5:13 pace. And Mason McCombs now up into first. Jim Anderson down in the second. Mason McCombs, 17 flat last lap. 3:45 to go in this race. Jim Anderson with a 17-1. And Mike McFarland with a 17-8. Mason McCombs down in the third. Jim Anderson now takes the lead back. Mike McFarland in second. Jim Anderson, 16-8 last lap in lap number 5. Both Mike and Mason both had a 17 flat. And Jim Anderson followed with a 17 flat as well. Those guys are dialed. 2 down and 3 to go. It's Jim Anderson, Mason McCombs, and Mike McFarland. Jim Anderson right there in the white buggy. Mason McCombs looks like he has, is that a new body and new rims? Oh, Mason stepping up his game, spending a little money. Look at that, new fresh body. He's styling. And there he is, crossing the line, Mike McFarland. Both Jim Anderson and Mason McCombs both had a 16.8 lap last lap. And right now we got 3 down, less than 2 to go. Mike McFarland in that third spot right now is 6 seconds back behind Mason for second. $120 to go in this race. $120 to go. Still Jim Anderson on an 18-lap pace. Mason on a 17. And Mike McFarland also on a 17. Remember, guys, Saturday, if you are a veteran and you have your veterans card, you get a free race on Veterans Day. 1 minute to go, guys. 1 minute to go. It's still Jim Anderson, Mason McCombs, and Mike McFarland. Mike McFarland in third. He is 3 seconds back off of second behind Mason. For anybody who is watching for the first time, this is just the first round of qualifying. There's 2 rounds of qualifying, and the mains, everybody goes at once. 30 seconds. Mike 3 seconds back off of second behind Mason. And Mike McFarland now 1/10 back off of second behind Mason. 15 seconds. Race is over. Keep going until I tell you you're done. Keep going. Keep going. Mason, you're done. Mike McFarland, you're done. And Jim Anderson, you're done. Jim Anderson taking victory and setting early TQ. 18 laps in 5:20. Mason McCombs coming in second, 17 laps in 5:05. And Mike taking third, 17 laps in 5:09. All right, guys, we're going to be on a 20-minute intermission, and we'll be going into the second round of qualifying. Remember, go see Miss Heidi. She doesn't take care of her. She does work on tips and tips only. Disregard that. Track is open for practice. All right, guys, I'll be coming out with a heat sheet, and in 19 minutes and 37 seconds, we'll be going into round number 2, second round of qualifying. All right, guys, shut him down. Shut him down. All right, guys, we're back. Round number 2. Race number 1 out of 4. Stock truck, you guys are up. Thomas Andre, Ed Devlin, and Iggy Schmidt. You're still charging? All right, I'll give you guys 5 more minutes. 5 more minutes. All right, guys, we're ready to rock now. Stock truck round number 2, race number 1. Thomas Andre, Ed Devlin, and Iggy. Turn marshals should be Jim Anderson, Mason McCombs, Mike McFarland. And I need 1 volunteer. Okay, thank you. All right, we're ready to rock. Waiting for Mason McCombs. Mason, you out there? Does Thomas Andre's boy want to turn marshal this one? Oh, go to the other end, buddy, on the other side of the driver's stand. There we go. Thank you, buddy. All right, guys, we're ready to rock. Race number 1 out of 4, round number 2. Time to beat is 16 laps and 5:17, set by Thomas Andre in round number 1. Last round, that's the time to beat. Thomas Andre, you are going on the horn in less than 5. Ed, Iggy, and we're off. Race number 1 out of 4, round 2, stock truck. We are off, and yes, we are live on YouTube. And right now we're at 1 down and 4 to go. Thomas Andre right now in the lead and ahead of his original TQ by 1 lap. 17 laps in 5:08. 5:08. Iggy Schmidt in second, 16 laps in 5:04. He is also ahead of the TQ. And Ed Devlin in third on a 15 lap 5:16 pace. 3:30 to go in this race. Ed Devlin right now, he's only a few seconds back behind Iggy for second. And he is upside down. Two down, less than 3 to go. Two down, less than 3 to go. Thomas last lap 18-9. Iggy last lap 18-8. And Ed 29-2. Two 15. Coming up on that 3 down, 2 to go. It's still Thomas, Iggy, and Ed. And Thomas Andre on a 16 lap 5:08 pace. And he currently right now is 9 seconds ahead of his original TQ. 150 to go in this race. Up next will be race 2. Stock Buggy, Jim Anderson, Vince McMahon, Justin Olds, Nelson Marsh, and Mike, he is safe, McFarland. And we have one. Don't run. Don't let go of the vapor. You know, the vape. That thing's in your hand and always. Sean, right behind you. Just kidding. Got you again. So gullible. And we're at the 1 minute mark, guys. 1 minute mark. It's still Thomas, Iggy, and Ed. Fastest lap in this race is set by Thomas Andre. Coming in lap number 1 with an 18 flat. Iggy last lap 20.4. Ed last lap 20.7. And Thomas, your leader, last lap 19.6. 40 seconds to go. We ended up 5 seconds. Race is over. Keep going until I tell you you're done. Ed, you're done. We ended up getting it ourselves. Iggy, you're done. Thomas, you're done. Everybody's done. Thomas taking victory and setting new TQ with 16 laps and 5:15. Iggy coming in second with 15 laps and 5:10. And Ed coming in third, 14 laps and 5:01. Couple days was a marathon of moonshiners. Yeah, you like that show? Tickle. Yeah. No issues with it. my drivers are checked in, and my turn marshals. There's Ed down there and Iggy, and we're all set to go. Let's get them all gridded up, guys. Let's shut them down. All right, guys. We're ready to rock. Race number 2 out of 4. Time to beat is 18 laps and 5:15. Set by Justin Olds in the last round. And everybody listen on YouTube, this is race number 2 out of 4, stock buggy, pro stock. Justin Olds, you are going on the horn in less than 5. Mike He's Safe McFarland, Jim Anderson, Nelson Marsh, and Vince McMahon. One down, then less than 4 to go. Jim Anderson right now is in the lead, and he is ahead of his original TQ by 6 seconds. He's currently right now on an 18-lap, 5:09 pace. Now Justin Olds in the lead, and Justin Olds is right now headed TQ at 18-lap and 5:12 pace. Jim Anderson falls to second. Mike McFarland in third. He is safe in third. 17 laps and 5:07 is his pace. Vince in fourth, and Nelson in fifth. 3:20 to go. Two down and 3 to go. It's still Justin in that lead. Jim Anderson in second. Mike McFarland in third. Nelson Marsh in fourth. And Vince in fifth. Jim Anderson, though, last lap 16.9. Smoking. And right now, we are now at that 2-minute mark. And it's still Justin Olds in that lead. Mike McFarland up in the second. Jim Anderson falls down to third. Vince in fourth. Nelson in fifth. Justin Olds still on an 18-lap pace. Mike McFarland now on an 18-lap pace in that last lap round. And he is right now 5 seconds back behind Justin for that lead. He is 2 seconds off of TQ pace. Jim Anderson in that third spot on a 17-lap pace. Vince on a 17, and Nelson Marsh on a 17-lap pace. 1:20 to go. Up next is race number 3 out of 4. Independent stock buggy. James Tate, Eric Olds, Ed Devlin, Iggy Schmidt, and Angry Thomas Andre. And right now we're at that 1 minute mark. 1 minute to go. Thirty seconds. Jim Anderson in that third spot, 3 seconds back off of Mike for second. Now 2 seconds. 20 seconds. You guys are putting some fast laps down. Everybody's 17 seconds laps. Race is over. Keep going till I tell you you're done. Keep going. Mike, you're done. And we have the leader upside down over there. And he is now safe, and there he comes. And Jim Anderson, you're done. Justin, you're done. Vince, you're done. Everybody's done. With that flip upside down, Justin Olds takes the victory, but he still has a TQ from round number 1. So he didn't beat his original time. And Mike McFarland coming in second with 17 laps in 5:03. Jim Anderson third with 17 laps in 5:08. Followed by Vince McMahon and Nelson Marsh. That is it for race number 2. Race number 3, you guys are up. I already did. His wobbles. All right, my drivers are checked in. I'm waiting for my turn marshals. Let's see. Waiting for Jim Anderson, Vince McMahon. Jim Anderson. Vince is out there. Justin's out there. Nelson and Mike. There he is. Mason McCombs. We got it, Nelson. Yeah. All right. Yes, boss. All right, race number 3 out of 4. Independent stock buggy. Time to beat is 17 laps in 5:20. Set by Iggy Schmidt in round number 1. Iggy, you're going on the horn in less than 5. Thomas, Eric, James, Ed, and we're off. Race number 3 out of 4. Remember, guys, go see Miss Heidi before anybody who's hungry, before she closes up tonight. Last week I did try that sweet teriyaki chicken wrap, whatever it was. That was pretty good. Please take care of her. She does work on tips. There's a special on jalapeno poppers. So go see here about the details. Also, guys, remember, everybody who's listening here and on YouTube, Saturday, if you are a veteran and you have your veteran's card, so you can show us proof, you will get free racing. And right now we got one down and less than 4 to go. Thomas Andre in the lead, and he is currently right now 15 seconds ahead of his original TQ. He currently right now, or Iggy's TQ, I'm sorry. He's on a 17-lap 5:08 pace. Iggy Schmidt in second on a 17-lap 5:14 pace, and he is 6 seconds behind Thomas for that lead. Eric Olds in third on a 16-lap 5:03 pace. James Tate on a 16-lap 5:10 pace, and Ed Devlin on a 15-lap 5:12 pace. Iggy Schmidt with an 18 flat last lap. $3:15 to go. And right now we're coming up on that 2 down and 3 to go. Your leader, Thomas Andre, last lap 17-2 in that green buggy. We'll call it the money vehicle. Money. 2:45 to go. And Iggy in that second spot. And he is currently right now 4 seconds back off the leader. And both Thomas and Iggy are ahead of the original TQ. And there he is, Iggy in the orange and blue buggy. He just went over the line. And your leader on the pipe right there in the green buggy. So that might, and there it is, Iggy Schmidt up into the lead. Thomas Andre in second. James Tate was in third, but now falls down to fourth. Eric Olds takes it right back. And right now we're at the 3 down, 2 to go. Modified buggy, you guys are up in 2 minutes. Jim Anderson, Mason McCombs, Thomas Andre, and Mike McFarland. And Thomas Andre takes the lead right back. And he currently, right now, Thomas Andre is the fastest lap holder so far in lap number 6 with a 17-2. And Iggy takes the lead right back from Thomas. He says, no way. Must be the gasoline in your eye. Let's see what happens. And Thomas took it right back. And right now we're at that 1 minute mark. Thomas on a 17-lap 5:12 pace. Wow, nice little move there. Iggy in the middle. 40 seconds to go. It's still Thomas. No pressure, Iggy. No pressure. Thomas is flying out there. 17.5 last lap. And he is ahead of the TQ by 9 seconds. Iggy's is not in TQ right now. Those crashes took him out of TQ. 5 seconds. Race is over. Keep going until I tell you you're done. Iggy, you're done. Thomas goes, move, get out my way. Oh, and he's upside down right there. That was your leader. Ed, you're done. James, you're done. Thomas, you're done. And there is Eric. Eric, everybody's done. Thomas Andre taking victory and setting new TQ with 17 laps and 5:16. Iggy coming in second with 16 laps and 5:03. James Tate comes in third, 16 laps and 5:05. Eric fourth, and Ed in fifth. I saw that. All right, guys, I want to make an announcement. When you're done with the race, do not come in opposite direction towards the fence. When the track's hot, you'll mess up the next driver or crash into them. You don't want to do that. So, on the starting grid, when you cross that line, just keep going around, and then pull it off when you get close. Don't come in the opposite direction. Just waiting for Mike to check in, Jim Anderson to check in. Turn marshals, let's see. We need. Mike's out. Okay, so we're down to 3 this race. All right, guys, let's get them all graded up. We need our turn marshals out here. You guys can look at the sheets later. We got James Tate. We got Ed Devlin, Iggy. One of you guys need to get on the code down there at the far end. Thank you. Let's slow them up, guys. Let's slow them up. Let's bring them on up. Remember, guys, when you're done with your race and you cross the line, don't turn your car around and go backwards. Do not do that. All right, guys. Race number 4-4, round number 2, time to beat is 18 laps and 5:20 set by Jim Anderson in round number 1. That will be the time to beat. Jim Anderson, you are going on the horn in less than 5. Mason and Thomas. And we're off. Race number 4-4, round number 2. Mason popping wheelies. Mason actually, his car looks sweet now with that new body and the white rims. He actually had to spend some money on his racing. And that was your, got one on the pipe here. And right now we're coming up on that 1 down and 4 to go. It is Mason McCombs in the lead. Well, we got 2 upside down. And Jim Anderson, both Mason McCombs and I think it was Jim Anderson that was upside down. Both Thomas and Jim have both white buggy, so it's hard to tell who is who. And I figured it out now. And Jim Anderson in that lead on a 17-lap 5:02 pace. Mason McCombs in second on a 17-lap 5:18 pace. And Thomas in third on a 13-lap 5:21 pace. 3:20 to go. Oh, man. My ass is killing me. Mason McCombs, last lap, 16.9. He is hooked. And he is currently in second. And you heard her, 2 down, less than 3 to go. Remember, guys, if you have, after this race, if you have any tabs, come to the hobby shop and pay them. Hobby shop will be closing shortly. Also, see Miss Heidi before she locks up. Oh, we got one tumbling down the back straight, but he's clear. 2:30 to go in this race. Still Jim on a 17-lap 5:01 pace, 1 lap off of TQ. Mason McCombs on a 17-lap 5:08 pace, and Thomas on a 14-lap 5:06 pace. But he did just have a 17.2 for Thomas Andre that last lap. Oh, and Mason hits the top of that jump. And he's having some difficulties. 2 minutes to go, guys. And Mason and Combs upside down. And she was like, honey, I got you. She's a keeper, Thomas. She's pit homework, playing games on her phone, and turn marshal all at the same time. Mason McCombs, last lap, 17.1. Jim Anderson, though, 17.6, so starting to finally get a little hook there. And there's Jim Anderson right there, your leader, going down the back straight in that white buggy. Oh, and Mason McCombs upside down. And we got 50 seconds to go in this race, so less than 1 to go for race number 4 out of 4. $25 seconds. $15 seconds. $5 seconds. Race is over. Keep going until I tell you you're done. Jim, you're done. Mason, you're done. And there he's coming, just waiting for angry Thomas Andre. And there he goes, right there. And Thomas, you're done. Jim Anderson taking victory. 17 laps in 5:02. Mason McCombs, 16 laps in 5:01. And Thomas, 15 laps in 5:11. Jim Anderson holds on to the TQ from round number 1. All right, guys, that's it for round 2. I'm going to set up the mains. We're going to take a 20-minute intermission, and then we'll see you back here at 8. We'll make it 25. 8:55. We'll be starting the mains. Remember, if you have a tab, please come up and pay it. Also, see Miss Heidi before she leaves. If you want anything, last drinks or anything, last call. Anybody listening on YouTube, we'll be back in 25 minutes. right, make it your last lap, and we're going to shut it down because we're going to be going right into the main events. When is Thomas getting you a car so you can race? Well, why weren't you racing? Well, Mama needs playtime, so you know, run. Don't worry, you're on YouTube. All right, guys, let's shut it down. Let's get into the main events. Race number 1 out of 4. Stock truck. Thomas, Angry Andre, Iggy Schmidt, and Ed Devlin. You guys should be pulling them on up. Term marshals are going to be Justin Olds, Mike McFarland, Jim Anderson, Vince, and Nelson. Also, guys, Saturday, if you are a veteran, show us your card and you race for free on Saturday. All right, let's see. 1, 2. All right, our term marshals are out here. Let's slow them down. Let's slow them down. All right, guys, let's get them all gridded up on the back with a qualifying time of 16 laps and 5:15 in round number 2 in that green buggy or a green truck. That is Thomas Angry Andre. In the second spot, it's going to be in the orange, white, and blue. That's going to be Iggy Schmidt. In the third spot, in the orange short course, Ed Devlin. All right, guys. Race number 1 out of 4 in the main events. Everyone on the horn in less than 5. And we're off. Let's see what happens. Oh, and Thomas bangs off the wall. Thomas in the green truck and Iggy in the white and blue and orange. And Iggy caught the pipe. Ed Devlin now up into the second spot. Ed Devlin in the orange short course. Let's see. Oh, and Ed hits the top of the jump. He still holds on to that second spot, but he rolls it. He's upside down. So Iggy Schmidt can move up a little bit closer, but Iggy is in the third spot. Thomas right now in that green truck, he has a big lead on these guys. He's probably about 10 seconds. And right now, Iggy is catching up to Ed. And you heard her, 1 down, less than 4 to go. And Iggy right now all over. Oh, and he got caught. And Iggy, right there they are, 2 and 3 going down, and Iggy right next to him. Tried taking the inside, but Ed closed it off. Oh, and Iggy flips it upside down. 3:20 to go in this race. Right now we're coming up on that 3-minute mark. And Iggy caught on the pipe. Oh, and they took out the leader. And you heard her. We got 2 down, less than 3 to go. Whoa, 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 whoa. And right now with 2:30 to go, it's still Thomas, Ed, and Iggy. And Iggy right there coming up behind him. Coming up behind Ed. And let's see, there's a battle right there between second and third. Ed Devlin hold him off. And then they go down the back straight. Oh, and Iggy was taken out. He bumped right into Ed Devlin, but he saved it. Oh, and he's upside down in the back straight, so it gives Ed Devlin a little bit more of an advantage. And 150 to go in this race. 145 now. Up next is race number 2, Modified Buggy. Jim Anderson, Mason McCombs, Mike McFarland, and Thomas Andre. Sorry, guys, the race order changed. I thought it was the same. And right now we're coming up on that 1-minute mark. 1 minute to go. I apologize. The race order did change. I thought I had it set right. I guess not. But we're racing for fun anyway, so. 35 seconds to go. Twenty seconds. Five seconds. Race is over. Ed, you're done. And Ed taking second. And there he is. Iggy, when you cross, you're taking third, and there he is in that green truck, taking the TQ and win. Thomas Andre taking the victory in TQ. Ed Devlin coming in second. Iggy taking third. Guys, the shop is closing in 5 minutes. If you have a tab, come and pay it. Modified Buggy. Yep, my mistake. Modified Buggy should have been the last race, but I have it in race 2. I must have missed that. My drivers are going to be Jim Anderson, Mason McCombs, Mike McFarland, and Thomas Andre. Damn, I screwed up. Oh, well. No, I had... Also, guys, I'm going to need a volunteer turn marshal, guys. Going to need a volunteer turn marshal. All right, just waiting for Jim Anderson and Mike McFarland. He's not coming? What about Jim? He's out? So there's going to be two? Okay. All right. So it's just going to be Mason and Thomas Andre. I need one over there at the other cone down there, guys. Iggy, down to the other cone, please. And I need one more turn marshal over here. Thank you. That orange cone right there. Thank you. All right, I guess let's grid them up in the back. In the first spot, it's going to be Mason McCombs. In the second spot, it's going to be Thomas Andre. All right, we're down to two in this race. All right, both you guys on the horn in less than 5. And they're off. This is going to be an exciting one. A lot of cars in this one. I hope I can keep up with it all. You know. And Mason's going to wait for him, and there they go. He's going to make an exciting race. So Thomas Andre right now in the lead. Let's see if Mason can pass him. It's going to be 4-wheel drive versus 2-wheel drive. Oh, and Thomas takes him. Oh, and they upside down. Got caught in the air. You're supposed to turn by the pipe, not. You're not driving a semi. And Mason lets him go by. See if he can. Let's see if Thomas will make him pay for that. Two-wheel drive versus a four-wheel drive. Oh, they got tangled again. And we got 3:30 on the clock. Calm down. Oh. Just go, man. It's like bumper bowling with RC cars. It's the same thing but different. 3 minutes to go. Mason's like, you know what, I'm done. I'm just going to take it. Remember, Thomas, if you ain't first, you're last. It's the gasoline in the eye. It's the fuel in the eye. This is action-packed. I can't keep up with all the cars. I don't know which one's who. And we're at the 2-minute mark, guys. Independent stock buggy. You guys are up next. Thomas, Andre, Iggy, James Tate, Eric Olds, and Ed Devlin. There they go right there. Thomas is right behind him. Let's see if Thomas can beat him. Let's see if he can pass Mason McCombs. Mason with that fresh new body, and Mason on the pipe. And he's waiting for him. He's letting him pass. There we go. Let's see if Thomas can make him regret that. Mason McCombs, like I said, new freshly painted body, new white rims instead of the old orange or red rims. $45 seconds to go, guys. 45 seconds to go. $30 seconds. Remember, up next, independent stock buggy, Thomas, Andre, Iggy, James Tate, Eric Olds, and Ed Devlin. 15 seconds. And there he is. When you cross, you're going to be done. Mason McCombs taking the victory over Thomas Andre. The two-wheel drive takes the victory. That's cheating, sir. That is it for race number 2. Race number 3, you guys are up. Also, guys, I'm going to need a couple volunteer turn marshals for this race, please. Thank you, Sean, for volunteering. Thank you, Mike Olds, for volunteering. Need another turn, Marshall? You got it. Thank you, Travis. I really appreciate that. You're awesome, man. I thank you so much. If I can get some, you don't have to, man. You're not racing tonight. Oh, thank you. You're awesome. I don't care what Mike and all them say about you. Behind your back, you're a good man. All right, my drivers are checked in. I got 1, 2. I need Mason McCombs out there. And I need one more turn marshal, guys. One more turn marshal. One more. I need one more. Can someone come out and please help turn marshal right here by the driver's stand? All right. We got him coming. All right, let's get him gridded up while we're waiting. Thank you, Justin. All right, with a qualifying time in round number 2 with 17 laps and 5:16, it is Thomas Andre. In the second spot, it's going to be Iggy Schmidt. In the third spot, it's going to be James Tate. In the fourth spot, it's going to be Eric Olds. And then in that final spot, it's going to be Ed Devlin. All right. Drivers are ready. Turn marshals are ready. Everyone on the horn in less than 5. And we're off. Independent stock buggy. Oh, and there they go, battling out right there, Thomas and Iggy. Oh, and it looks like Eric moves into the third spot. Oh, James Tate in fourth. And Ed Devlin in that fifth spot. And right there, your battle between first and second. Iggy now up into the lead. Oh, and Thomas takes it right back. Oh, and Iggy goes under the driver's stand. And James Tate comes out up front. And Ed Devlin in second, Iggy in third, and Thomas in fourth, Eric in fifth. Oh, and the leader, James Tate, went over the other side. So Ed Devlin now up in the lead. Oh, and they get tangled up. Ed and Iggy looks like they hold it off. 1, 2, and 3. And 4, 5. They're all up now. Oh, and it looks like, who was that? That was Ed Devlin that went on the other side of the track. So Iggy right now is up in the lead, but Thomas right there, right behind him. And James Tate in that third spot in the all-black buggy. And looks like Thomas Andre is in the second spot. He's in the green buggy. Your leader, Iggy Schmidt, right there in the orange and blue. He is your leader. James Tate in the third spot in the all-black. And Ed Devlin right there in that multicolor yellow and blue and orange. And Eric in the blue and burgundy. There he is, your leader, Iggy Schmidt, going down the back straight. Thomas Andre is 11 seconds behind him. Less than 3 to go, less than 3 to go. And looks like Thomas Andre catching Iggy. Oh, and someone's upside down. Who is that? That was your third place driver. So that moves up Eric Olds. I'm sorry, Ed Devlin in that third spot. Ed Devlin in third. Oh, Eric Olds in third. Ed Devlin in that fifth spot. But your battle right there between first and second. Iggy hold him off. Thomas right behind him with 2 minutes to go. Oh, and that was Iggy got the better end of that deal. James Tate back up into third. Less than 2 to go. Less than 2 to go. Oh, and your leader. What's going on right there? Iggy Schmidt is your leader. Thomas Andre. James Tate now moves up into second. Thomas Andre in that third spot. James Tate in the all black. He is your second place driver. Iggy Schmidt right now has a big lead. So your battle right now is between James Tate and Thomas Andre for second and third with 1 minute to go. Up next will be Stock Buggy, Justin Olds, Mike McFarland, Jim Anderson, Vince McMahon, and Nelson Marsh. Thomas Andre right all over James Tate trying to get into second. Oh, and it looks like Thomas Andre did rolled it. And he rolled it again down to caution down the back. There we clear. 30 seconds. And there is your leader right there, crossing the line with 10 seconds to go. And there he is. When you cross, you are done. There he is, taking the victory. Iggy Schmidt taking the victory. Eric Olds taking third. Thomas Andre fourth. James Tate taking second. Wow, what a race, guys. Everyone's done. Iggy taking the victory. James Tate second. Eric Olds third. Thomas Andre fourth. And Ed Devlin coming in fifth. Last race of tonight's events. It is Stock Buggy, Justin Olds, Mike McFarland, Jim Anderson, Vince McMahon, and Nelson Marsh. You guys are up. Remember, guys, tonight, after everything's done, we're going to pass out the ribbons and take your picture to put it on Facebook and the website. All my drivers are checked in. My turn marshals should be Thomas Andre, Iggy, James Tate. There we go. Eric Olds and Ed Devlin. All right, guys, let's slow them up. Let's slow them up. All right, guys, let's do this. Let's get them gridded up. With a qualifying time in round number 1 with 18 laps and 5:15 in that first spot, it's going to be Justin Olds. And he's in that black and green buggy. In the second spot, it's going to be Mike McFarland. In that third spot, it's going to be Jim Anderson. In the fourth spot, it's going to be Vince McMahon. And in that fifth spot's going to be Nelson Marsh. All right. Drivers are ready. Turn marshals are ready. Race number 4 to 4. Stock buggy. Everyone on the horn in less than 5. And we're off. Let's see what happens. There's your leader right there. He is in the black and green. Justin Olds, Mike McFarland, Jim Anderson in the all-white, Vince McMahon in the checkerboard, and Nelson Marsh in the red buggy. And someone's upside down. Who was that? That looks like that was Vince McMahon upside down in the back. So your running order right now is Justin, Jim Anderson in second, Mike McFarland in third, Nelson in fourth, and Vince in fifth. Oh, and Nelson Marsh did have that third spot, but he had a little accident. Mike McFarland took it right back. One down, and we got 4 to go. There's a battle right there between first and second, and third and fourth. Vince McMahon catching them too. So there's battles right now. Everybody's, oh, and Nelson Marsh upside down in the back. Vince McMahon moves up in the fourth. And Jim Anderson right now coming up right behind Justin Olds. And Nelson Marsh, let's see what order he's in. Oh, and he is upside down. That will move up Vince. Up in the fourth. And right now we got less than 3 to go. Less than 3 to go. There's a battle right now between first and second between Justin Olds and Jim Anderson. Justin Olds, your leader, in the black and green striped body. Jim Anderson in the white. And they're right now in traffic. And Mike McFarland right there coming over that tabletop in front of the driver's stand. That is Mike McFarland. He is your third place driver. He still has a little bit of a ways to catch him, though. And right now we're coming up on that 2-minute mark. And right now these boys are dialed. Less than 2 to go. Less than 2 to go. Oh, who's upside down? Can't see it, and we're clear. Jim Anderson right there. There's no, Justin is not giving up, not giving in. He's on rails right now. So is Jim. Jim is just waiting for that mistake. But Justin ain't making none right now. Oh, and he is over the pipe, and that's going to hurt him a little bit. Oh, and your leader got, and he's now clear of it. And right now we're coming up on that 1-minute mark. And you heard her. We got less than 1 to go. Less than 1 to go. And Nelson Marsh all over Vince McMahon trying to get back up in the fourth. Justin Olds and Jim Anderson, boy, they're racing right now. They are racing. 30 seconds to go. go over the little double jumps in the back. Oh, and Jim Anderson upside down. 10 seconds to go. And your leader's upside down. Your leader is upside down. Might be able to get one more lap. Yeah, you guys got one more lap. When Mike McFarland taking third, you're done. Nelson Mars taking fourth. Vince taking fifth. And here we go. Last lap. And there he is in the black and green, taking the TQ and win. Justin Olds. And Jim Anderson, when he crosses, he will be finishing second. What a race. Wow, what a race. That was tight. All right, guys, that is it for today's events. Remember, we're going to give the awards out, take your pictures, and when we're done, we'll see you on Saturday. Remember, veterans, show your veterans cards to us, and you race for free. All right, Mike Olds is coming out. Stock truck, I'm going to need you out there. Thomas Andre, Ed Devlin, and Iggy. Is Ed coming out? Ed Devlin, are you still here? Oh, there you are. Okay. All right. Thomas Andre took the TQ and win. Ed Devlin taking second. And Iggy taking third. Modified buggy, pull your cars up. Mason McCombs and Thomas Andre. Yeah, Thomas Andre in stock truck took the TQ and win. Ed Devlin second, and Iggy third. Mason McCombs in modified buggy took the win. Thomas Andre took second, of course. Independent stock buggy. Huh? There was only two. Iggy taking, or independent stock buggy, Iggy, James Tate, Eric Olds. Independent stock buggy. Iggy taking the win. Thomas Andre might want to stay because he did qualify. He did take the TQ. James Tate. And, well, Eric got third. James Tate got second. We're just waiting for him. He's coming. He's coming. I see him. There he is. Taking second. Stock buggy. Pull him on up. Justin Olds, Jim Anderson, and Mike McFarland. Justin Olds got the TQ and win. Jim Anderson got second. And Mike McFarland got third. Where's Jim? Did he leave? Jim. I guess he left. All right, guys. I don't know. Danny, is Jim Anderson out there? All right, he left. All right, guys, that's it. I'm out.